What is up, guys and gals? My name is Mr. Moose, and today we're playing Farming Simulator 2017. Thanks for stopping by. Now, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you smack that like button. And of course, as always, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. I try to do new content each and every day. And of course, feel free to share the videos with your friends. All right, so we're back on Pine Cove Farm, and a little bit has changed since we were on here the last time. Shortly after I put the new version in, the final version of the map, guess what? Yeah, there was an update. Yeah, guess what? I had to start over again. It's become pretty standard. Kind of a joke too. Like, everybody in Discord was like, here you go again, Mr. Moose. But it wasn't as painful this time. Well, it was sort of painful, but not really as painful, I guess. Basically, I was able to copy over my career save, my vehicles XML file, and my economy XML file over. So all the vehicles and everything moved over, but the one thing that didn't move over was my fields. I did have to replant field number 2 in the oilseed radish. So that took a little bit of time. But other than that, everything else was on the farm, and I didn't have to go through selling equipment and all that other stuff, which was good. And honestly, I wouldn't have done that the last time, except for he changed the starter equipment, and I wanted to use the map the way you guys would use the map, with the same starter equipment, so you would see where my money came from. So that's the only reason I did it the last time. So it wasn't too terribly painful, but if you had have already gotten way into the map and had to have done it, it would have been a nightmare. Fortunately, the changes that he did came out like right after, like within a day or two of him putting the final edit in. Apparently there were just some problems with a couple of fields, and he tried to fix those. And yeah. So anyways, we're back, and we're ready to do a little harvesting today. We're gonna grab some wheat out of field number 5 here, and get that done. So that'll be good for us, and then we'll be on track, sort of where we were previously on our version 1.3 map. So, well, actually, we still have to get the weed out of it, plant the field, all that good stuff. So we'll see. We'll get it done. All right, come on. Back her up here. Beep, beep. There we go. There, we're connected. All is good. We can shut the power off on this one, because we're not going to be sitting in it very long. We're going to get in this guy and get our harvest going. Make sure everything's clean. Won't see any problems. We wouldn't have brought it over here if it wasn't clean. But yeah, anyways. Up we go. And inside we are. Need to reset my camera as always. I'm going to look way up, hit the reset button. And then that way, when I look normal, I'm looking sort of down at the feeder here, at the cutter, and all is good. Let's go ahead and attach. Get some power turned on this baby. There we go. We'll go to outside view. Let's go ahead and unfold the combine itself. We'll switch over to the cutter head, and we'll fold it up. Nice. We'll get inside. We'll come on up here a little bit. Let's get our GPS turned on, and we'll go ahead and set our width for our cut by hitting right there. Should be about 13.2. That looks good. His alignment. So yeah, we're pretty much ready to get started. So let's go ahead and lower the head down, and we'll take a look at our height on this. Needs to come down just a wee bit. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and get it started up. There we go. And let's get to cutting. Get her on GPS. Get that off screen. I'm starting to think I need to adjust my field of view. It's pretty tight in there. I'd like to be sitting back a little bit more in the cab. As it is, I feel like I'm sitting on the front of the cab, not in the seat. Maybe a little bit more field of view might be nice. Anyways, I feel a little claustrophobic today, so we might be doing a lot of third person. So how you guys doing? Hope you're doing well. It's I'm putting this video up on a Saturday, so hope you're having a wonderful weekend. It's that time again. Springtime is here. Hopefully you guys are getting out. Spring break's been in session here, so lots of college kids have been in town and school kids have been in. Me, I've been sitting in my office all the time. It's really getting old. I'm really getting tired of this leg thing. I got to be honest with you. I was talking to Hemi yesterday, and one of the things that's really messing me up right now has to do with my leg, and it's the fact that I'm a pretty active guy, right? I'm normally out doing stuff all the time. Usually go for a run in the mornings, go to the gym, work out a little bit, all that good stuff. And can't do that anymore, right? Instead, I get up, I sit down in a chair, and I sit in a chair or on the couch or in a recliner all day long. And it has zapped every bit of energy out of me. I don't get it. I used to be able to get up at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning and goof off the entire day and stay up until 1 o'clock at night. Do it all over, rinse, repeat, do it all over again the next day. I can't do it anymore. I can't stay up 3-4 hours. It's crazy. I get up, I get to moving around. I'm always in this like haze, like my head is, I'm always groggy. I feel like I, have a perpetual head cold on. I just never feel like I'm refreshed and at it, And get up, do a few things, sit down, do a few things on the computer. Man, after about 2-3 hours, I'm already starting to yawn a little bit. I feel fatigued. It's absolutely horrible. I can't stand it. Which is really frustrating. It's one of the reasons why I haven't been doing live streams. I feel like I'm about back, as far as I told you guys I didn't want to do live streams because I didn't have my quote filter, right? Because when I was heavily medicated, I was liable to say anything and everything. That part is pretty much gone. I'm pretty much weaned back on all the heavy stuff, and I feel like I have my filter. I feel like I could be me in a live stream and not fly off the bat and tell somebody to diss off or something, right? But I can't get I just don't have any energy. And what usually gets me is I get up in the morning, I try to do stuff, I get to about noon, 1 o'clock, and I'm just so exhausted, tired, that I end up going to bed, and next thing I know, it's 8, 9 o'clock, and, whatever. And it's really been messing everything up, because I started a 7 Days to Die server, playing with Deputy P and Rambo and a few other folks, and a lot of times I'm never awake when they want to play, and it's sort of a bum deal. But at the same time, like when I want to do live streams, I just don't have the energy. I'm just not there, and I feel like I would start a live stream and be like, "Hi everybody, I'm Moose. Welcome to the live stream today." I am really serious. That's how I feel I would be, and it's just, who wants to listen to that, So anyways, that's kind of a heads up on where I'm at, what's been going on. I'm certainly trying to get back into the mood. As a matter of fact, last night I really wanted to do a live stream, but again, it was like I was there and I was ready to go, and I was thinking, man, tonight's gonna be the night I'm gonna get this done. And about 5 o'clock, the Sandman hit me, and I didn't fall asleep, but I just was like, every 5 minutes, and uncontrollable yawning. So I don't get it. I just don't get it. It's killing me. I want to get back to where I can go run every day, work out. I think that'll help me. I think that's the whole deal, is just, you know, not being active. I think being lethargic is what is killing me right now. So I got another month to go. Actually, Monday I go for a checkup, so they'll tell me where my progress is and how long it's going to be before I can put weight on the leg. But I suspect they're going to tell me it's going to be another month. Because they have told me, on youth, like, it could take 4 to 6 weeks. And I was like, okay. And they're like, old people, 2 to 3 months. What? You know? And that was really one of those moments when you're like, no, say it's not so. All right, so let's jump out of this guy. Let's go ahead, switch over, get the pipe out, and we'll run over and get this guy. Let's go ahead and collect up some of our good wheat, and then we'll get going. So that's kind of what's going on. That's where I've been, what's been happening. And all that said, that's one of the reasons I haven't been doing too much farm sim videos. I have to be honest with you. Farm sim is a hard thing to record. It really is. And people think, why do you say that? It's a simple game, right? Probably most of y'all think, well, it's so easy to play and blah blah blah. It is, you're right. But at the same time, you have to put some sort of what did I do? I hit the wrong button. I don't want the hired help. I just want a screenshot. There we go. All right. All right. I think I turned hired help off. I did. I turned hired help off. Okay. HUD hider back on. There we go. Get rid of all that. Man. All this stuff, and I keep hitting the wrong buttons. I keep wanting to turn HUD hider on with Control H and not Alt H. I don't use it enough to remember that the buttons are not what I think they are. All right. Anyways, back to what I was saying. When I do farm sim videos, they're an hour long, right? And unless there's a new mod to talk about or something really cool that's happened in the game, a lot of what I do is just banter and just talk to you guys and try to be witty, you know, and fun, and share life stories about yawning all the time. And that's really hard to fill an hour up when your brain's not there and you're tired. It's really hard to think, what am I going to talk about now? What do I say next? What's going to come across and be somewhat entertaining and fun? And it's really a challenge. Whereas if I record something like Sim Airport or Train Mechanic Simulator that's always got something going on, I can talk about that aspect of the game and what I'm thinking as far as the game goes there. And I can always be engaged by the game in the conversation, and I don't really have to sit there and think about what to talk about. And it's that's one of the reasons why some of the games I've been playing lately are like that, because I can do that. Plus, they're cool little games that have just like popped up on my radar. When the developer sends you the key and goes, hey, check this out, and you realize it's kind of a cool game, you want to play it. Like Train Mechanic Simulator is going to be one of those diamond in the rough games. It's going to be one of those that I think a lot of people are going to flock to and want to play. It looks really good. It's got a lot to do in it. The price was right on it. I think a lot of people are going to enjoy that game, and I am enjoying the game, certainly, so I'm going to play more of it, and hopefully you guys enjoy it as well. But at the same time, I feel guilty when I'm not doing the farm sim stuff because, again, this channel was built mainly on playing farm sim, and I want to do the farm sim stuff, but my mind's not always there. So bear with me. I've still got a little bit more healing to do. I'm gonna try to get the farm sim stuff in and try to be, motivated to do it. But I'm scared that I'm gonna get in here and not have things to talk to you guys about and just be like, okay, and yeah, that's not going to be very entertaining. So anyways, just being straight up and being honest with you guys. But I do have something I want to talk to you guys about today, and that is a new service that I have been approached by that I think is beneficial to YouTube creators and as well as the fans. And it's something that I want to share with you guys today because I want your feedback. I want you guys to check this out. Regardless of whether you use it or not, I want you to look at it, see what you think about it, and then get back to me on it. The product is called Gawkbox, and they've given me the opportunity to be one of their initial users, I guess would be the word on it. Maybe they've got more, I don't know. But I do know the program is in its infancy. They referred to me the other day as this was the beta of what they were doing. But the program basically allows you, the fan, to tip your favorite creator with sponsor-generated tips. What do I mean by that? It means you don't spend any money. All you do is you go to a wall that's got some options for you to choose from via view a video or download a game app and play the game. And whatever you do, it will actually generate a tip from that company for the creator that sent you there. So, in other words, if you go to my wall and you download Mobile Strike and you play it so ever long as they require, they're going to send me a monetary tip on your behalf. And I think that's a really cool thing. I can't tell you how many times I've heard people say, well, I can give you money, but I don't have it. Or, I'd love to support the channel, I just don't have the means. I get it, totally. And the one thing you guys probably know about me is I don't ask you for tips. I don't really flaunt tips. Now, I do have a stream tip account set up so that if somebody wants to tip, they can. And I incorporate that as, something that bells and whistles go off in the stream because I want to acknowledge it, but I don't really push tips. And there's a reason why. I don't want you spending your money. I know that the majority of you guys are very young, and the money that you have is yours, and I don't want you spending it on me. I'd rather you take your 10, 20, 30 bucks, whatever it is, and spend it on yourself. Go buy yourself a video game that you like. Go play one of these silly video games that I showcase for you. That's what this is all about, right? So spend your money on you. That's the reason I don't go, hey, if you want, tip me. There's a tip link down below. I don't do that because I don't want to take your money. But I got no problems taking somebody else's money. I'm going to tell you that right now. So the ability for you to generate a sponsor tip so that none of the money comes out of your pocket seems very intriguing to me and very enticing. So I've gone ahead, I've signed up for the thing, but I want your feedback, and they want your feedback. They want to know what it's like for the end user, how the end user feels about the program. So go check it out. There's going to be a link down in the description. It's going to be the very first thing in my description for the show notes, and it will say something of, go here to tip Moose. And the address or the URL is going to be gawkbox.com. That's GAWKBOX.com /profiles /Mr. Moose. And check it out. and then let me know what you guys think about it. If you participate in it or don't participate in it and you want to give me a little feedback, drop me a direct message on Discord, or even leave a comment on an email in Facebook if you aren't part of the Discord channel, right? But you can drop me an email on Facebook, and you can even leave a comment in the video down below. But let me know what your thoughts are on it, because at the end of the day, the tip benefits me, and you interacting with the site benefits the company that is Gawkbox. But at the end of the day, you're the person who has to actually utilize the site and participate in it, and I want to know what your experience is like. So give me a little bit of feedback. Let me know what it was like for you, because I'm certainly interested in knowing whether this is something I want to continue to support, or if it's something that maybe I ought to steer away from. Now, let me go ahead and preface all this by saying, look, this is in its infancy. This is a startup company. They're just getting their feet rolling. They've got their application in place. Right now, it is only for mobile applications. So it's downloading games like Mobile Strike or Candy Crush, or watching a little advertisement that generates a little bit of revenue. You need to do that on your cell phone or your mobile tablet. They are working on a PC version of it, or a PC interface that will allow you from your computer to participate as well, but that is not where they're at right now. They hope to have that in a month or so, but right now it's just a mobile application, so be aware of that. And the selection on some of the games is kind of limited, but it is supposed to be dynamic content where when you interact with the site, they will, each time you refresh, you're supposed to get new offers. Though again, because they are in their infancy, they have a limited number of sponsors available, because obviously advertisers want to see it in action. They want to see it work. They want to know that they're going to get a return on their investment. So I got to yakking and didn't look at where I was at with my levels here. Let's go ahead and get our pipe out. There we go. We'll run down here, get our tractor so we can unload. But yeah, check it out. And if you see an offer that's you're interested in, you know, check that out. If not, I completely understand. I've looked at it a few times, and just to see what it was all about, and participated in one of them just to see what it was about. And basically there was you can like get a video game, like let's say Mobile Strike, and you download it to your phone or tablet or whatever, and then you play it for a required number of levels. Like it'll say you have to get to level 5 or level 7 or whatever. And then once you achieve that, then I get a tip. But you have to, and that assures that there's a little bit of follow through on it. So you do have to put a little bit of time in it. I think, you know, one person told me they didn't think their time and effort was worth giving me a $3.50 tip, and I was like, okay, totally understand that. Totally understand that. But for those, it does give an avenue for those of you who really do want to support the channel to do so, and not have to do it financially out of your pocket. So again, check it out. The link is down in the description. Please let me know what your feedback is on it. Even if your feedback is negative, let me know what your feedback is, because if they don't know, they're not going to be able to improve their product, and I want to be able to give them as much information as possible. So check that in my link, and you'll probably hear me mention it a bit more in the future, just because, well, one, it's something I'm trying to help them out with as well as help myself out with. And again, I don't ask you guys to tip me, because I don't want you to spend my money, or I don't definitely won't want you to spend my money, but I don't want you spending your money on me. But if you can spend somebody else's money on me, I'm more than welcome you to do that. Because to be honest with you, with my medical bills and everything that I've got that I didn't expect, I welcome a little bit of extra income from somewhere. as well as the fact that I want to upgrade some of my machines. So I would not. I always tell you guys, this isn't about making money, but a little money doesn't hurt. Never hurt anybody, and especially if somebody wants to give it to me, I'll take it. Anyways, with all that said, but what else has been going on? You guys have seen the Sim Airport, which absolutely love. But it has got more bugs than Orkin can handle right now. I really hope they get some of that stuff, because it's really frustrating when you spend hours building an airport and then save it and come back and you can't use it again. Yeah, a little frustrating. But still, crazy fun game. Looking forward to seeing where that one heads. Flight Sim, I've been getting back into it as well. And I know Flight Sim is like the red-headed stepchild of this channel. I really love it, but I don't think anybody else does. I posted the video the other day and I was like, 200 views in 24 hours. Not real popular. But I'm still going to keep on doing it just because I enjoy it. It's something that I just like to do. The problem with Flight Sim, though, is Flight Sim eats up so much of your time, because an average flight for me is, you know, especially if I'm flying something that's 500-600 miles, it's 2.5 hours. To record it, it can take up to 4, because there's, you know, getting everything set up, getting the air hauler stuff recorded, then getting in the plane, doing everything in the plane, then doing the flights, then trying to get some B-roll footage to do like external shots, and re-recording the landing and all that other stuff. It could take a little bit of time, so I'm going to keep doing it. It's just one of those things where it's probably not going to be all the time. But it's my guilty little pleasure, and I'm going to throw it out there every once in a while. And I understand that it's not everybody's cup of tea. I do like it. What else? I reached out to the guys at Construction Simulator this week, trying to find out what's going on with them, because I sure hope they put out a new version of that game. I miss them playing it, but at the same time, I feel like I've done everything in that game to where it's just there's not much more I can do with it, you know? Hadn't seen any new jobs. I know there's another DLC supposed to drop this year, but I'm ready for a whole plethora of jobs to be released. I want a whole new version of the game. So hopefully they'll have something, some insight. Maybe I get something from them. The other thing I've been working on and spending a lot of time on lately is my channel itself. Some of you may have heard there's a company called Maker's Gen, and it is what's known as an MCN, or a multi-channel network. They are the guys that most YouTubers are encouraged to join an MCN, or used to be really encouraged to join an MCN, as a way to help grow your channel and to generate more interest in it, as well as generate good revenue. When I first started doing this channel, everybody told me, well, if you're going to monetize your channel, you have to have an MCN, because they're going to get you the most money and blah, 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 and all this other stuff. And I fell into it. I listened to everybody tell me that. Well, MCNs are a joke. They don't do anything for you other than take a commission off of your channel and take your money. And the particular one that I joined, which was Makers, was a complete joke and a complete waste of time. They were supposed to be one of the top. For the money they took from me, I never got any kind of service. If you put in a trouble ticket with them or any kind of request for help or any information, they never got back to you. And if they did, it was like 2-3 weeks later. Just absolutely horrible. Well, anyways, and when you sign up with these guys, you sign up like a 2-year contract, and they basically take control of your channel, and they handle everything on it as far as the advertisement and all that other stuff. Well, they served everybody with a notice about 2 weeks ago that come the end of the month, they were going to kick everybody off the network and drop everybody. This happened to me, happened to Recon. I believe it's probably happened to Landy Kid because he was part of that network as well. He's actually one of the people who recommended them to me, and I don't hold that against him one bit. He was trying to do me solid, but I've come to realize that MCNs are a waste of time. And yeah, so anyways, they're kicking everybody to the curb. So I've had to spend the past couple of weeks really looking into what my options were moving forward. I don't want to get into another situation where I'm paying somebody or somebody is taking a percentage of the money generated by the channel just for the rights to say that I'm part of their network, and they do absolutely nothing for it. So I've been doing my due diligence this time, really looking into it, trying to find out if there is an MCN out there that's worth the time and the effort, and there's not. There's really not. If you're getting into YouTube and you want to start out doing YouTube and make money on YouTube and monetize and everything, you can do it all by yourself. You don't need an MCN. Don't listen to anybody that tells you you need one. That's a myth. That is, yeah, it's just not true. They're not going to do anything for you that you can't do on your own. And they're going to take far more money from you than anything that they provide you. Now, the only thing that I got from my music service or from my MCN that I actually utilized and found beneficial to me was the music service that I use for all of the stuff that y'all hear in the background in the videos. So when I do a live stream, the music that I get from a company called Epidemic Sound. And that membership was paid for by my MCN. So, and I thought, well, that's awesome because that's got to be really expensive. It's not. It's pennies. It really is. So, and the money that they were taking from me, the MCN was taking from me, was far, 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 far more than that music subscription was. And that was it. I mean, that was basically like it. I mean, the monies that I was paying I could have paid for my music service, easily in a month or two based on the amount of money that the MCM was taken from me, or the MCN was taken from me. So, yeah, I've been dealing with that. So that's been a source of frustration, and it's still a source of frustration because when they kicked me off the network on the 27th, and I still, after that, I have to go through, and once they release my channel, then I have to go reset everything back up with Google, and it's figuring out what I was going to do, what path I was going to take, that's taken time because there's countless correspondence back and forth with all these different companies and different MCNs, and they're all telling you basically the same song and dance, and you just realize that none of them actually do anything for you, and none of them actually bring any benefit to the table that's going to help you out. There's nothing. you can't learn from people like Daryl Leaves or Tim Schmoyer, who do like YouTube creators channel, or Daryl Leaves has a YouTube channel. There's nothing you can't learn on your own by spending a little bit of time watching their channels that that won't help you out as a YouTuber to grow your channel. And if you want to make revenue, you could just do the AdSense thing with Google and not pay a split to anybody other than Google. Because the way it works, the way the whole YouTube works, and nobody really talks about it, is, but when you put advertisements up and you monetize your channel, Google makes a little bit of money on it. Right? Google puts all these advertisements out there, and they make money on it. And in return, they pay you a commission on that. Well, what an MCN does is they take over. They come in as a third party and they take over, and they tell you they're going to get better advertisements for you, and that those better advertisers are going to equal more money for you, because the advertisers that they put on there generate more income. And in return for that, they're also going to give you all these tools to grow your channel and blah, blah, blah. And they're going to take a commission off the commission that YouTube pays you. Oh, it's so messed up. And so at the end of the day, YouTube takes a cut, then they take a cut, and then you're left over with the whatever, little scrubs that are crumbs that are left. And yeah, so I'm getting rid of the middleman, the little guy that was taking the crumbs, and I'm just going at it myself. And I think Recon's going to do the same, and I think it's going to be a good move for both of us. I've talked to the music company. They're going to set me up with a music license that's not going to cost me a boatload of money. It's actually dirt cheap. So I'm really happy about that. And I'm just going to move on without an MCN. And I highly advise anybody who gets into YouTube, just don't ever get into an MCN. I mean, maybe when you get up to be a big time YouTuber, maybe you need that stuff. Maybe you need to give them the opportunity to go out and sell some stuff when you have some leverage, where they can actually go, oh, look, this guy's got 250,000 subscribers and he's getting, 150,000 views a day. Maybe then. But when you're starting out, there's no need to do that. Keep your money, keep it in your pocket, and don't waste your time going with an MCN. So. But anyways, that's going to wrap it up for today's video. And hopefully some of that stuff was interesting to you guys today. There's some stuff I had been wanting to share and let you guys know what was going on. But anyways, that's sort of what's happening in this world. When we come back next time, we'll collect all the straw. Well, you know what? I think I'm going to collect the straw up off camera. Get all that stuff done. Because you guys have already seen me fill up the composter. So we'll get that filled up and everything. When we come back, we'll probably be, I don't know. I think I might get a lot of stuff done off camera as far as getting that field replanted, because you've seen me plant already. When we come back, we might be doing some grass mowing or some forestry or something like that. We'll see, but we'll be back with some more of this farm. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you smack that like button. Leave a comment down below. If you hadn't subscribed to the channel, please do. And of course, if you do, check out Gawkbox. Please let me know about it. You know how to get me on Discord. The link is in the show description on how to join our Discord channel. My Facebook link is in the description as well. So if you want to leave me an email or a private message on Facebook, you can do so, or you can just leave a comment on the video as well. But check it out. The link for Gawkbox will be right there at the top of the page in the show description. So thanks for watching, guys. Have yourself a wonderful day. God bless you. Have a great weekend. I will see you later. Bye-bye.